How are these fighters not the GOATs of their division? Part 2, Merab Willie. Let's look at Merab's resume, shall we? First two fights in the promotion he drops to Frankie Seance and Ricky Simone. He then is now on a 12-fight win streak. So let's look at the names. Terrion Ware, not the greatest name. Brad Katona is a guy who's still fighting today. He's not that great. Just got knocked out. Casey Kenny doesn't fight anymore. Gustavo Lopez, John Dodson, they don't fight anymore. Cody Stamen just got cut from the UFC as well. Marlon Moraes was on, the greatest of streaks. He was on an 8-fight KO losing streak. That's fine. So then, boom, you get Jose Aldo, dominates him, was not the most entertaining fight, still dominates him. After that, you have Petr Yan, dominates him, shoots 50 takedowns, lands like 13 of them, still dominates him. By the way, no one talks about this, looked excellent on the feet, was outstriking Petr Yan. You can say the threat of the takedown, but that's just the biggest cope that all these people say. Oh no, he actually didn't outstrike him, it was just the threat of the takedown. So both things can be true. So then Henry Cejudo loses the first round, pretty close, then dominates him in rounds 2 and 3. Sean O'Malley dominates him. Umar Nurmagomedov, he drops the first 2 rounds and then dominates him in rounds 3, 4, and 5. People say robbery. I cannot disagree more. Dominic Cruz's resume. This is only UFC, not WEC. That's a whole different conversation. In his first UFC fight, beats Uriah Faber in a very close fight. Pretty controversial. Could have gone the other way. Then he fights Demetrius Johnson, who, as you know, is a 5'3" flyweight, not a bantamweight. So he fights him at bantamweight. Not really a winnable matchup for Demetrius Johnson. He then fights 3 years later. I know it's not his fault because of injuries. Injuries has destroyed his career, basically. Beats Takeya Mizugaki. Not an excellent name. That's like a 2024 Henry Cejudo win. But I might even say a 2024 Henry Cejudo win is better than that. We then have TJ Dillashaw, close fight. Uriah Faber, that was the more convincing of the Uriah Faber victories. Then he fights Cody Garbrandt. Gets schooled and exposed. He then takes another 3.5 years off. Not his fault. I get it. Gets KO'd by Henry Cejudo. He then beats Casey Kenny in a close and underwhelming fight. Then gets a win over Pedro Munoz. Not the greatest of names. Pedro Munoz is just one of those journeymen. He then gets KO'd by Marlon Vera and never fights again. So if you were to compare UFC resumes, I don't think it's even close. Now let's look at Aljamain Sterling. I love Aljamain Sterling, by the way. Let me preface this. So let's look at his title run. Wins the belt via disqualification. Getting destroyed in that fight. Getting destroyed, lost all of the rounds, and then in round 5, we all know what happens. The rematch later, it was a very close fight. I would say it could go either way, but I would give it to Aljamain Sterling. He then beats TJ Dillashaw, who did not have his shoulder, was completely destroyed. He then fights Henry Cejudo, who was coming off a 3-year retirement. Then he gets KO'd by Sean O'Malley. I don't really think this is comparable. You have a lot of pre-title wins, though.